Hey, I appreciate you following my channel. I just wanted to invite you to a couple of things that I'm really excited about. Number one is my real estate sales business in Utah. If you are looking to buy or sell real estate across the Wasatch Front in Utah, give us a call at 801-675-8570, or you can check out www.the-wgr.com. If you have referrals for me and my team here as well, we'd love to do some business with you. If you're a real estate agent and you want to increase your revenue, increase your skill set, and just improve your business all the way around, you've got to get a coach. I highly recommend that you go to www.fearlessagent.com. It's the most effective and affordable real estate sales coaching and training on the planet today, and I've been part of that organization for over a decade now. It's the greatest thing I've ever done for my real estate business. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and we'll see you soon.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Colton Lindsay here. You guys might have seen me on the YouTube or in here in the Facebook group. My face looks kind of red because I just finished up workout, my mid-afternoon workout. Anyways, I'll keep this video semi-short, and I wanted to share with you guys the top 3 reasons over a decade ago, 11 years ago now, why I joined Fearless Agent. And honestly, at the time, I didn't realize these would be the top 3 reasons why I joined. So, and also if you guys have any questions, post them below. I'll go ahead and try to answer those as we get going. Number 1 reason why I joined Fearless Agent Coaching and Training is skill set. See, what I learned is I didn't know what the heck I was saying to people, whether on the phone, at the door, or really more importantly, when I got in front of people to present. So number 1 thing for me was skill set and identifying how do I find out, number 1, if this person's a real seller or if they're a gambler. And number 2 is how do I actually get this person to meet with me so that I even have a shot to doing business with them, so that I even have a shot to get a contract signed. So that's number 1. It's the skill set, the ability to communicate, and Bob Leffler calls it the science of sales, which quite honestly, I do not see anyone else teaching out there the science of sales. I see people teaching how to be pushy, how to be overbearing, and how to really piss people off. Quite frankly, we're looking for nice, sane people, and there takes a skill set to be able to convert them to appointment, and from appointment to contract, and from contract to actually paying you, because that's what you're in this business for, to get paid. Number 2, which is after I realized I could become really, really great at my skill set, really, really great at the science of sales, it didn't matter how great I got at selling if I didn't have a direct focus and a purpose through my schedule. And what I learned coaching with Bob over a decade now is how important it is to get extremely clear on your schedule and to be performing when it is that you're doing these tasks. And what I've been gathering over the decade is the most important part of my schedule is what do I do in the morning. Not necessarily anything else should be more important except for, am I prospecting? Am I generating appointments? And sometimes we can get lost in this idea of contactitis where we just talk to a lot of people. But the reality is that you can talk to 2,000 people, but if you don't set any appointments, what's the purpose? What's the point? So that's where, set 5 appointments, go on 3, and sign 1 comes in very clearly. And that's taught almost in every coaching and training call every morning or every Monday with Bob. And anytime I call him, it's always about the input, not the output. So set 5, go on 3, and sign 1, which are low ratios. Now I'm higher than that. So number 2 is your schedule, getting extremely clear on your schedule. I'm not going to go into details of what your schedule should look like. Also, if you guys are just joining me, you can post some questions below. Make sure to like and comment so that this can be shared to other people inside of the group. The third most important thing and reason why I joined Fearless Agent and what I realized was the systems. Having a system in place, and now that I've been in and learning from Bob for 10 years, I realized that everything is a system. My skill set and how I communicate for a prospecting call is a system. My schedule is a system. How I service my clients is a system. How I recruit and hire is a system. Everything is a flow that's automated that really I've learned that I don't even have to do. I can hire great assistants that are better at the system than I am. However, really, really important is that we have a system that creates raving fans. And what Customers, why they get upset with real estate agents is because the lack of communication. Write that down. It's because of the lack of communication. So if you are so awesome with your systems in place of customer service and following up with your past clients and your database, if you can get great at that, you are going to create the biggest referral factory. So I know a lot of you guys that follow me on YouTube have seen my success with for sale by owners, which yes, I have listed and sold a lot of for sale by owners. Using the Fearless Agent system in 1 year alone, I listed and sold over 40 for sale by owners. 40, that's a lot of freaking crazy people to work with. Today, I do 75% of my business directly from referrals and past clients in my sphere of influence. 75% of my deals come from there, and they're so much easier. And guess what? All I gotta do is talk to them on the phone. Not to say we don't do other things. My marketing director handles getting those postcards out, getting those emails out. My assistant, Sarah, handles having those hugs along the way, that communication along the way when we have a client, so that they're getting the communication that sellers are looking for. Most people, they just want to know what path we're going to follow. And most agents don't have a path to follow. That's why Fearless Agent rocks. It helps you define the path. If you were on the fence about joining Fearless Agent, get started immediately. I highly, highly recommend it. If you are in Fearless Agent and you're not getting all the value out of it, get fully enrolled, get fully engaged into it. I have been practicing and learning the Fearless Agent sales system for a decade now. And each week I learn just a little bit more. It's just that little bit more that makes the bigger difference. So I'm gonna go through a couple things Charlie Santos said. I signed up just because of Bob's sense of humor. It is the funniest, driest sense of humor on the planet, so I totally love you brought that up. Adam Blackgetter, hopefully I didn't mess your name up too bad. So do you stick to the same appointment times, for example, at 2:30 and 7? You know what? At first, I really stayed truly, truly clear to that. As I've continued to build my business, I actually go to the gym from about 12:30 to 1:30 or 2 o'clock. So I'm not ready for a 2:30 appointment. So I do go on appointments at 3 o'clock, and I've also set them up around 5 o'clock. That's what works for me. I would recommend that you get clear on what it is you want to do. 2:30 and 7 is a really great system to stack up your afternoon appointments so that you don't have to go on evening appointments. And me personally, I don't go on any evening appointments anymore, but I did, especially when I was in the first 2 or 3 years. If I had an appointment at 7 o'clock or 7:30, flexibility on what time they could actually meet, I went on it. I remember getting home from appointments at like 9:30 sometimes, especially those first 3 years. Personally, I don't do that anymore just because I've been able to shift my business to stack up to 3 o'clock appointments for the most part. Hopefully this helps you out, guys. I'll come back and check this later, so if you watch the recording and have more questions, I can answer those. All I'm going to try and do is once or twice a week, I'm going to hop in and do these live stream videos so that I can answer any questions for you guys and just create some value for you. Remember the Fearless Agent group, the Fearless Agent coaching training program, it's about a community. It's about us helping and supporting and growing together. It's a we thing, and look at this as a long-term relationship. Look at this as being a community you can be involved in for a very long time that's going to support you to become the best you can be as a real estate professional. I hope you guys rock it. If you're just checking this out, go to www.fearlessagent.com. You can get a complimentary coaching call. There's also a free 45-minute webinar on there as well. Leo just asked, getting a lot of calls of people asking me about Fearless Agent. What would you say to those people still on the fence? Say, would you like to start making significantly more money yesterday or today, right? And literally just say, hey, get going, get started, and recommend that they get with Bob and get started. Most people that are on the fence, though, I'll be honest, it's because they lack a little bit of belief in themselves, which is totally normal. We've been beaten up our whole lives to play the victim or to look at our faults or our shortcomings. So if you are on the fence, I would say walk into that, embrace that unknown, and get signed up. When I started, I was just so hungry to make it in business that I literally borrowed $1,000 from my sister, and I had just borrowed about $1,800 to sign up for my school tuition when I was going to college, which was a mistake, by the way, going to college. I should have invested that money into Fearless Agent much sooner, but I literally borrowed $1,000 from my sister to get started into Fearless Agent, and I would have done 2-3 times that. In fact, when I first started, just so you guys know, it was a live course that I went to, and I went through 6 times. So it's not like I just spent $1,000 one time. I literally went 6 different times through that course when I first started. So I've invested more than that with it. Hope you guys enjoy this. Check it out. So one of the reasons why meditation is so important, it actually slows down your thoughts, right? It actually allows you to release and pull out the negative energy, the stress, and for just a second, it holds still on your vibration. So your vibration